Okay, so this video is about the order of operations including indices. So in the previous order of operation video we just looked at multiplication, division, addition and subtraction, and there were some brackets thrown in there as well. But in this video we're going to look at all 5 of those and the indices. So again, like before, if we have an expression like this, 2 plus 3 squared times 4. Again, you may think that, oh, it's okay, I can just work from left to right and I'll get the correct answer. That may not necessarily be the right way of doing things. So we have an acronym called BIDMAS, which tells us the order in which we have to complete the operations. So B stands for brackets, I is for indices, D is for division, M is for multiplication, A is for addition, and S is for subtraction. So that is the order in which we work things out via this acronym. So it goes from left to right. So for this expression, 2 plus 3 squared times 4, we refer to BIDMAS. So are there any brackets? No. Right, there's an index that we can work out. So 2 plus, and then this is the indice part, so 3 squared is 9, and then we haven't done anything with this multiply by 4, so we'll just leave that as it is. Okay, so we were on I, so we move to D. Is there a division? No. Is there a multiplication? Yes, 9 times 4. So again, we haven't done anything with this 2, so it's 2 plus 9 times 4. 9 times 4 is 36. Put the equals in as well. So we're up to the multiplication. Then we move to A, which is the next part of the order of operations. Is there an addition? There is. 2 plus 36, and 2 plus 36, which is 38. Okay, so this is example 2, and the expression for this is that 20 minus 2 squared times 4. So, again, we refer to BIDMAS. In every question where it's about order of operation and you've got multiple signs and there's squares or cubes or whatever, we always refer to BIDMAS. So, starting from left to right, is there a bracket? No, there's not. Do we have an index we can work out? Yes, we do. 2 squared. So we'll do that. We haven't done anything with the 20. It's minus 2 squared. 2 squared is obviously 4. And then we haven't done anything with this multiply by 4. So again, that drops down. So then we just have an example that was similar to the order of operations with the 4 operations video. So 20 minus 4 times 4. So we're up to the index part, we move to D. Is there a division? There's not. Is there a multiplication? There is. 4 times 4. So we will work that out. Again, just as before, we didn't do anything with this minus, so we'll leave it. 4 times 4 is 16. So then we have 20 minus 16. So we're up to multiplication. So we move to A. Is there an addition? There's not. So we move to S. And is there a subtraction? There is. We've got 20 minus 16. 20 minus 16, which is 4. After the first 2 examples, we're going to move into a series of questions. So the first of which is in brackets 2 plus 3 squared, and that's all multiplied by 4. Okay, so this is a slightly funnier question to work out, but it's okay, we can do it using BIDMAS. So it says to work out the bracket first. So in the bracket we've got 2 plus 3 squared. Now, we can't add 2 plus 3 squared without having worked out what 3 squared actually is. So we need to really focus our attention to the 3 squared. So 3 squared is 9. and it was 2 plus, and that was obviously all in brackets, multiplied by 4. Now we're in a position where we can work out the bracket. So it feels like we've kind of gone in reverse there, and in a sense we have, but you just need to know that you cannot add 2 plus 3 squared without having worked the 3 squared out. It's very important that we do that. So in the bracket now we've got 2 plus 9, so 2 plus 9 is 11, and we can ditch the brackets now, and that's 11 times 4. So as we've moved through the order of operations, we've dealt with that index, dealt with that bracket. Is there any division? No, there's not. Is there a multiplication? There is. 11 times 4. So 11 times 4, which is 44. Okay, so next question. 2 plus 3, which is in brackets, times 2 cubed. So again, BidMaths tells us that the bracket comes first. So we work the bracket out. 2 plus 3, which is 5. And then we're timesing that by 2 cubed. So we'll leave that as it is because we haven't done anything with the multiplication or 2 cubed yet. Okay, so we move across, and the indices is the next part. So we have 2 cubed here, which we need to work out. So we'll leave the 5 and the multiplication because we're not doing anything with that yet. So 2 cubed is 2 times 2, which is 4, times 2 again, which is 8. So now we've done the index. Is there a division? There's not. Is there a multiplication? There is, which is 5 times 8, and 5 times 8, which is 40. Okay, so we move to the next question, which is 5, which is multiplied by 8 minus 2 squared in the bracket. So this is very much like the first question. We obviously want the value of that bracket. We want to work out what the value of 8 minus 2 squared is. We can't do that until we know what 2 squared is. So we will work that out first. So we go straight into the bracket. So we have 8, and that's minus 2 squared. So 2 squared, which is 4, and it was a minus, it's minus 4. Now we're in a position to solve that bracket. So again, we'll leave the 5 and the multiplication because we haven't done anything with it. So 8 minus 4, which is 4. Again, we can get rid of the brackets now because we've worked the value of 8 minus 4 out. So we move to division. Have we got any division? We don't anymore. Have we got multiplication? We have. So 5 times 4, which is 20. Okay, so next question is 8 squared divided by 10 minus 2. Again, BidMaths, it tells us work that bracket out first. So we leave the 8 squared because we haven't done anything with it. We'll leave the division alone because again we haven't done anything with it. Work the bracket out. 10 minus 2 is 8. We know what the value of that bracket is. We don't need the brackets anymore. We move along. Have we got any indices we can work out? Yep, we've got 8 squared. 8 squared is 8 times 8, which is of course 64. We leave the division and we leave the 8 because again we haven't done anything with it. So that is 64 divided by 8. So we'll just solve that indice part. Move to the next part, which is division. Have we got division? We do. 64 divided by 8, which is of course 8. So that question is now complete. Okay, final 2 questions. The first of which is 72 divided by, in the brackets, 5 squared minus 4 squared. Again, this is like the first question we did and the third question, in the sense that we want the solution to that bracket. We want to know what that bracket is equal to. Can we do that without working out 5 squared minus 4 squared? Well, obviously that's what we're trying to do, but can we work the value out without working out what 5 squared is, without working out what 4 squared is? No, so we need to do that. So 5 squared is 25, and 4 squared is 16, so it's minus 16. Okay, and now we have a bracket that we can work out. So we can continue. So we work this bracket out. 25 minus 16 is 9. And we didn't touch the 72, and we didn't do anything with that division. So we'll leave those as they are. Obviously we've dropped the brackets because we've worked out the solution to that bracket. So we move through, we've just worked the bracket out. Do we have any indices now? No, we don't. Do we have a division? We do. We've got 72 divided by 9, which is of course 8. Okay, and the final example, which is really a mixture of everything. We've got a multiplication, we've got a minus, we've got a squared going on, and we've also got a division. So we're going to take our time with this question. We're going to work through it logically using the BIDMAS acronym. So, do we have a bracket? No, we don't. Do we have an index? Yes, we do. So we work that out. So we haven't used this 2. We're not doing anything with the multiplication yet. We're not doing anything with the 8. We'll leave the minus where it is. 2 squared is 4. And then we'll leave this division as it is. So then we move and we've got a division next. So that's what we'll do next. So it's 2 times 8 minus, because we haven't done anything with the 2, the multiplication, the 8 or the minus, 4 divided by 4. 4 divided by 4 is of course 1. So that's the division sorted. So we move along to multiplication. Have we got a multiplication? We do. We've got 2 times 8. So 2 times 8 is 16. And then have we got, or have we done anything rather with this minus 1? We haven't yet, so we'll leave it as it is. So we've just done a multiplication, we move across. Have we got an addition? No, we haven't. Have we got a subtraction? Yes. So 16 minus 1, which is of course 15.